John, I'm sure you're delighted by the 0 on the scoreboard tonight. How much better do you feel like you guys played? How many steps did you take since your last game?
Well, in one part of the game, just as far as how we entered back in our end zone, our positioning, I thought was much better tonight. Obviously, in the third period, we had a lot of practice at it. So we spent a lot of time in there, which I wasn't thrilled with. But I'm not gonna go into a negative thought about our game because I thought there were some good things that happened in that part of the game. First two periods wasn't a whole bunch of offense from either team. We found a way to win a game, and that's very important for us to get 2 points here, no matter how ugly it was.
They made that push in the third. I think you probably knew that they would. Did you handle it differently though, in the sense that you stayed? It seemed to be controlled. I know you didn't like staying in your own zone as much, but you didn't come unglued as much.
No, I don't think we did. We got a lot of work at it, that's for sure. But the only part of that is I thought we did a pretty good job defending. We had some good blocks. I'm not sure what the chances were in the third period, but it's just we're just banging the puck up the wall. Where I think we just have to have a little bit more poise there. And they're pinching everything. They're down by a couple, and they're going to come, so that adds to it. But I just think sometimes I think the biggest thing is if we can't get it out, we gave it back to them. We just can't give it back to them. Sometimes you just have to eat it and start over. Maybe get into a scrum, and maybe it pops out. We can get out in the middle of the ice and go out that way. But we just kept on banging it back to them, and it's something that we have to improve at. But the other part of the game that we stressed yesterday, our positioning and stopping in our end zone, and being in at least in a good position initially, I thought we improved at tonight.
Guy who hasn't started since January 31st, Elvis looked pretty sharp at times. What did you think of his performance?
Yeah, played good. Neither goalie had much work the first two periods. I think it was 5-5 or 7-5 in chances. I'm not sure what Elvis faced as far as chances in third, but I thought he looked solid. And, hasn't played a whole bunch of late. Like I told you, I thought his last game before he got injured, he makes a couple big mistakes moving the puck or not moving the puck or moving it to the wrong guy. But I thought he played really good in that game. So, yeah, good for him. I know he's been chomping on the bit to get back in the game, and I thought he played really well.
Next we'll go to Dave Metzel. Go ahead, Dave.
Thanks, Todd. Thanks, John. I just wonder what you thought of the defensive effort of your forwards coming back tonight. Texier had a big block in the second period. Stenlund, I think, had a clear midway through the third. They just seemed to be very instrumental in the support of the D tonight.
Yeah, we were better. We were better at that. We still haven't got all the bugs out. We still sometimes stop skating. And that's a team. I mean, that Josie and their D. That Josie's up the ice. He's a forward playing defense. There's still some work to be done, but as I said, that was a big part of what our tape was yesterday and our practice, as far as being in fives and supporting our D so they can control the neutral zone better. For a number of minutes tonight, we did it pretty well. Other times we struggled, so we're going to keep on working at it.
And how gratifying is it to see Max score as hard as he's been fighting it and trying to find his game?
Yeah, I'm happy for him. Made a couple plays too. I thought he was going to have the goal taken away until I saw the replay. I didn't know the rule. If it hits a ref or a linesman, it goes directly in the net. It's no goal. So I was, he comes to the bench, and I'm just looking at him. And but once I saw the replay, we knew it was a goal. I think it was a stick that hit the linesman. So good for him. And he made a couple plays too, Dave.
Is that a first for you, having that deliberation over that?
Yeah, I didn't know the rule because the rule is if you've seen it before, you try to break a puck out, it hits a linesman on the boards, it's centered into your area, and they score a goal. You can't do nothing about it. It's a goal. But if it's a direct shot and it hits a linesman or ref, it's no goal. That's what they told me.
Thanks, John.
You bet.
Next we'll go to Brian Hedger. Go ahead, Hedge.
Thanks, Todd. Thanks, John. I know you're going to have to go over the video to do a little bit of assessment, but when you looked at Seth Jones from the eyeball, standpoint tonight, that looked like, what you usually see from Seth
Yeah, at times. Yeah, I just have, I've watched this guy play for a number of years, and I hold him to a higher standard, and that is certainly not being critical of him tonight, but I hold him to a high standard, and he's going to keep on working to try to get there. Is it there right now? No, because he is such a good player, and a huge part of what we are. So. I got to watch the tape, Hedge, but I thought he skated more. I thought he was trying to carry the puck more. I'll look at the video and we'll see where we go from there.
This is your first year coaching Max Domi. Has his shot surprised you at all, or did it catch you by surprise when you first saw it?
No, I've watched some tape on him. Max is a really good player. He's a really good player. Has it shown up this year? No, not in a couple of shifts here and there. Has it been a frustrating time for him? Yes, and for us. But he's a really good player. He's a really good kid. He's going to continue working at his game. But it doesn't surprise me when he scores goals like that. I've seen it before. Watched a lot of tape on him when we traded for him, and he shoots from everywhere, and it seems to find its way. So hopefully. We'll take some incremental steps here and see if we can get him going.
Next, we'll go to Mark Scheid. Go ahead, Mark.
Thanks, John. Just with Domi, I think you put him with Nasher and Robinson. I don't think Nash gets enough credit for some of the things he does. You just talk about him, the impact he's having on your team, maybe being one of your more consistent centers.
Who's that, Nasher?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. More to be done. I'm it goes for everybody in this club. Everybody's got to be better. We're certainly not where we need to be. That includes Nasher too. It's 2 points. I think it's very important. I thought we put in some good minutes, but we have a lot of work to do to become a better team, and that includes everybody. And so I'll answer the question that way.
Thanks, Tori.